It's we had a frost this morning, so it's a little bit cold. Definitely like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here, where it is amazing just to live here. So, there we go. Yes. Had a late night last night at the pub, so I'm a little bit, just can't handle my late nights anymore, guys. I get an average of probably 10 to 12 hours of sleep a night. I like literally, I'm in bed at 8. And here we are talking about the new moon, that full dark space where we just want to be cuddled up and like warm and safe, So, all right. I will just, oh my God, it's working. Good morning, Cara. How are you? So nice to see you. There we go. Yay! All right, so new moon wish list time. So, like I'm gonna, good morning, Barbara. Hello, Helen. How are you? So looking forward to hope I can see you in a couple of weeks. Same to you, Barbara. I would love to meet you. All right. So when I'm up there, I start training on the 18th of August. So I'm going to be around. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Heather and Alicia. I can't wait to see you guys today. I'm so excited. Good morning, Louise. Hi, Sam. Looking forward to seeing you too. All right, I'm going to read the words, all right, because I want the imagery, all right, the imagery for this. All right, so can you imagine this scene? You've clawed your way to the top of the heap. Beneath you lies the scattered remnants of every life challenge that has been thrown at you. The ones that you wrestled, outlast, faced head on. You didn't run, you rose. Take a moment to breathe that in. You are not who you were. You're who you're becoming. So now, with that hard-earned strength radiating from your core, ask yourself, what bold, audacious requests belong on your new moon wish list? Because if anyone's got the grit and heart to make magic real, it's you. Yay, I love that. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Paulette. Hello, Emma. Monday, please. Monday or Tuesday. I'm getting fluffy. I love that. This is my awesome hairdresser, Emma. So today, all right, to the words. The moon is doing nothing now. The sun and the moon are doing nothing except for opposing Pluto. All right, so I'd like you to just sort of think about that for a second. I have to say that, our family yesterday lost a beloved uncle, Uncle Charlie, and we're losing, the greats. We've just lost Ozzy Osbourne. We also lost Hulk Hogan, another classic that has gone, and it is the time for Pluto to come out of his space. The sun is like, hello, my friend. Yes, it's an opposition, but it's also a beautiful time to just respect life, like the darkness. Oh my God. I heard this thing yesterday. I was watching an astrologer that I follow called Christopher Renstrom, and he is a lovely man. And he was just talking about Scorpios being the ones that are so comfortable in these dark spaces. And I know I've been harping on a bit, but how can I not? It's Pluto. Pluto being highlighted. All right. So I'm so looking forward to, I'm going to do a talk, webinar, whatever, on, all these darker aspects of life that are crucial. They're important. I keep talking about this. There's no golden ticket. So what we can do is respect and honor every single day, because people are born and pass every day, and when you don't fear it, you can walk into those unlit spaces with confidence and ease, just like this new moon. Like, we're not scared of the new moon, but we get scared of those other difficult sort of transits. So this is another reason why the imagery, so the moon's not doing anything until, or sorry, the moon is conjunct Mercury because the sun is conjunct Mercury. All right, so we're residing in that headspace, this new moon feeling, this Leo feeling of how can I find my creativity, my joy, my heart space. How can I be the best version? How can I love my children the most? How can I heal my inner child? How can I look after myself so that I've got the best to give others? All right. So this beautiful Leo pride. All right. Now, like I was saying, so you know, the Sun opposition Pluto is at 4 p.m. So there's not really a lot going on because Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, no aspects. They're just in the room. All right. So, you know, we'll go back to that analogy that we use. The sun and the moon are doing their thing. All right. They are embracing. Okay. The moon is completely hidden by the sun's embrace, and they're conjunct Mercury. So, you know, there's just this headspace happening. Now, the opposition to the Pluto on the other side of the room, that's it. Like, it's just opposition Pluto. It's not talking to Saturn and Neptune like it has been. It's not talking to Uranus like it has been. But you know, the Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, that mini grand trine, they're still, you know, talking to each other. They're very close and conspiring. But you know, the main focus is on transformation, regeneration, all right, giving birth to new things and new ideas. So this is why in the words I was like, you have climbed to the top of a pile. You have been through so many experiences in your life that have both transformed you and lifted you up. So what are the things that you want today to ask the universe to give you assistance with, you know, without that fear of going, I don't want this new unknown dark experience. And I just keep saying dark because I just mean there's no light in the room. All right. So yes, the sun and Pluto are good morning, Steph. The sun and Pluto are, you know, and the new moon, they're all doing their thing, but it's a very, very quiet, cerebral space. All right. So now there's another aspect called a wedge. I don't really use it all that much, but it was very obvious. I think I actually was like looking at it, and I'm like, I don't know, you know, in the circus when animals jump up on a stool, it's the only and it's this sort of thing I can sort of think of. It's like it's you know, the base is bigger than the top. Anyway, so there's this circus stool aspect, but there's also one called a wedge, and I've just written the wedge that holds the door open. All right, so it might be like there is some sort of force holding its foot in a door and asking you to not close the door. Now is the time to investigate these things that are causing you this discomfort. Good morning, Eden. How are you? Nice to see you. So, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot. So you know what? I even got the Scorpio cards out for this one because the feels like it's you know it's I mean look, you know, the Pluto's the Lord of the riches. He's confident. You know, with the Leo confidence. You know, like think about Pluto. Like he's still a god. You know, he's still got those forces that you cannot deny. All right. So again, with the respecting the space that we're in, knowing that this too shall pass. You know, that is one of the greatest statements of all time. This too shall pass, because it is the inevitable. So on the other side of that inevitable, when you have nothing, no fear stopping you, just that bold confidence that Leo has, what are you asking for? All right. So yeah, sorry, I did say yesterday, you know, have your pen and paper, guys. It's only 3.5 hours past the new moon, which is still perfect. You've got like 8 hours either side. But, you know, I always say any day is a good day for a wish list or affirmations or whatever you do. That pen and paper magic every single day is good. Today it's just supercharged. So what if, you know, if there was no fear, if you could boldly walk into that Sun opposition Pluto, knowing that your heart space is going to light the way, what is it that you're asking for? So that's the thing that I would love you to write down right now. Okay. And I am going to draw a Heal Yourself Scorpio card in honor of the Pluto opposition. Oh, this one. Oh, that's so nice. Healing. I don't think I've ever had this one before. So card number 21. She does look, she's got mascara running, you know, so she's definitely in that healing space. And I hope you can find this beautiful healing space too. The courage to grieve for what has been taken or lost or passed or you know has run its served its time, run its course. You know, the courage to let that go. And even her hand, you know, look, she's got that guiding light, which is your heart. All right, so let's read the words. Okay. All right. Illness and pain in your body is a message for you to slow down. Look within and make important changes. If you are experiencing stress, feel overwhelmed, are suffering ailments in your body, or feel exhausted and depressed, it means that your body is trying to communicate with you. Your body wants you to start treating it in a more loving manner and listening to the messages that it is sending you. You need to become conscious of the area of your life that you are avoiding or suppressing. Healing takes time and it's a process. Your first steps towards healing is to create a safe, loving, supportive environment where you can listen to your inner wisdom. All right. So now the action that she suggests is to take a few deep breaths and relax your body. Place your hands on the area of your body which you have pain, or in this case, good morning, Jen. In this case, I feel like that solar plexus heart space, that Leo area, you know. What is it that your body is trying to oh my god, these glasses make that reflection. What is it that your body is trying to tell you? Or your intuition, you know, very strong today with that dark. So I can't read, but it's glary. All right. So, you know, it's just saying to call on, you know, whatever it is that you believe in to sort of give you that assistance and divine healing. So, yeah, you know, maybe you can scan your body for things, you know, that might be feeling a little bit funky. I know right now I have a sore shoulder and a sore knee, and I'm like, apparently that's just age. And I'm like, that's rubbish. I don't like that at all. Good morning, Cherie. How are you? Oh my gosh, so excited to see you here. Lovely, lovely. I will see you in 3 weeks. Michael's on with Norm right now, so I'm definitely gearing up to come to Sydney for a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. So that's pretty much me, guys. I'm having a girly day today with the lovely Heather and Alicia. So excited to have them come over. And we've got a big weekend now. Thank you. Now, I'm going to have a word about it right now because I don't think I'm going to be able to get on tomorrow morning. But I just wanted you to have a heads up on the weekend, all right? So now, you know, we're waiting for that excellent. I love that, Jen. Calling in your team for assistance is perfect. All right, so now tomorrow, and so Saturday and Sunday, I just need you to understand that, all right, so there is still not a lot of light from the moon, all right? So the moon's still very close to the sun. It's still in Leo all day Saturday, but there's a lot of inconjuncts over the weekend, all right? So we've got that aspect where you're not seeing eye to eye, all right? There is an understanding that the resolve needs to happen. Good morning, Mel. How are you? So nice to see you. So there's an understanding that balance needs to be found, but it's like, you know, someone's talking French and someone's talking German, all right? So there's just this little bit of, all right, we need to sort of like eye to eye here. We need to vibe each other out. All right, so you know what you feel like you want to do. Now you just have to ease into thinking in a more supportive way. All right, so again, these new directions and the bravery that we're working with requires the mindset shift. All right, so there's that Uranus in Gemini. We're all collectively changing our perspectives. All right, so each little adjustment or kind reaction makes a huge difference. Don't think back to the failures. Embrace all the small victories. This is just a glimpse of the potential that is our future. All right. So again, with the, you know, adjusting the mindset, becoming braver and just acknowledging that you are at the top of that pile. You know, you have done a lot of work in your life that has helped you get over things that might have felt insurmountable in the moment. All right, so we've still got this adjustment happening. All right, now on Sunday, the moon moves into Virgo at just about 7 a.m. All right, so Mars is still in Virgo, the South Node's in Virgo, so we're going into a little bit of a healing yet critical space, all right? Just because, we've still got a little bit of that Marsy push and the South Node's empty cup feeling. I was going to say mentality, but I don't agree with that. I just think it's the acknowledgement that I have a cup that I've been using all of these years and it's got a crack in it. So my coffee is like leaking out. So the acknowledgement that, okay, I need a new cup, I need a new perspective. So Sunday, now between 9 and 1, there's a yod. All right. So there's that finger of God aspect where the moon in Virgo is the point. All right. So we want to be, where is your emotional state? Again, with the, what do I need for healing? All right. So Sunday, a very hypersensitive day ahead. However, good morning, Sally. All right. Since you are now practicing self-awareness and presence of mind because of Saturday, you can remain calm. It's just a thought. You can change them. All right. This may be a very physical experience too. So if something just doesn't sit right, all right. So when I'm saying the physical experience, I don't mean you're going to go for a run. I just mean that, think of that gut brain axis. When we have a thought that is a little bit uncomfortable for us, we get that physical feeling, or we walk into a room, our gut is like, oh, something doesn't feel right here. So if on Sunday, I just having that presence of mind to not have the angry critical words or the detrimental, my cup is empty mentality. All right. So it may be a very physical experience where something just doesn't sit right, but just remember that everybody just needs a little bit of TLC. All right. So Venus is also on the weekend. Venus is starting her sextile to Chiron. All right. So, overall, Venus in Gemini is she's in those last degrees of Gemini where she's been communicating with Hygieia, who has been trying to clean the hallways of our mind out. All right. But Venus is leaving. All right. So she's still sort of looking back going, we're doing this follow-up with perspective of what have I achieved? What have I done? Again, this is so much about building yourself up with all the fabulous things that you have done rather than slipping into that inner critic thing. So just remember that, we want to, even if we can't see eye to eye, understand that everybody just needs a hug. Everybody's trying their best. So, so there's my weekend report as well. Obviously, the words will be up. But thank you all so much for joining me. This has been a very nice feeling one. So don't forget to write down all those fabulous, audacious new moon requests from the universe, because you deserve it for all of the little victories that you have achieved thus far in your life. So, mwah, I will talk to you guys next week, and hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous weekend.